Stay with this story until the very end, because every chapter unlocks a new secret, a new heartbreak, and a new step toward a love that changes everything. Chapter 1, The Day Everything Tilted. My name is Mia, and for most of high school I felt like a side character in my own life. My older brother, Alex, was the star. He was the captain of something, popular in everything, and the kind of guy teachers liked and guys wanted to be around. My mom liked to joke that he came out of the womb with a spotlight, and I came out holding a book. I did not mind. I was used to eating lunch in the library, writing bad poetry in the margins of my notebooks, and talking to exactly one person who did not share my DNA, my best friend, Lily. Lily was the glue that held me together. We met when we were 7, the day my dad walked out and never came back. I was sitting on the swing at the park, trying not to cry, when she sat next to me and asked, "Do you want half my cookie?" That was it. We had been tied together ever since. By junior year, the world I knew was simple. It was me and Lily against everything. She understood my anxiety, my dark humor, my fear of crowds, and my crush that I swore I would never admit out loud. That crush had a name, Noah. Noah sat 2 rows over in history class. He had kind eyes, messy hair, and a laugh that made my stomach feel like it was jumping off a cliff. We worked on one group project together sophomore year, and I spent the next 8 months replaying a 10-minute conversation in my head like it was a movie. Of course, I never told Lily. Some feelings felt too fragile to say out loud. I kept them safe in my head, where nobody could break them. I thought things would stay that way forever. Then, one Friday night in early fall, I walked into the kitchen to grab a snack and saw the world tilt. Lily was sitting on the counter. Alex was standing between her knees. They were kissing. Not just awkward, quick kissing. The kind of kissing that meant something. They jumped apart when they saw me, faces guilty and flushed. For a moment, no one said anything. The fridge hummed. My heart pounded so hard I thought it might break through my ribs. "Mia," Lily started, reaching for me. "I was going to tell you." "How long?" My voice did not sound like mine. It sounded low and sharp. "A few weeks," she whispered. "We didn't want to hurt you." Of course. Of course, my brother and my best friend had started a secret relationship and decided the best plan was to hide it from the one person it would destroy. I laughed. It was not a nice laugh. "Wow. Great job. I'm totally not hurt." Alex stepped forward. "Mia, calm down, you're overreacting." That word he had used my entire life when I felt too much, hit me like a slap. Overreacting. Something inside me snapped. "I'm not overreacting," I said, my voice shaking. "You took the only person I had, and you hid it from me. Both of you." I did not wait for an answer. I turned, walked out the door, and kept walking until my legs ached and the streetlights came on. That was the night I realized, everything I thought I could count on was suddenly not mine anymore. Chapter 2, Detention and Other Accidents. The week after the kiss, I moved through school like a ghost that no one had invited. Lily kept trying to catch my eye in the hallways. I looked past her. Alex tried to talk to me at home. I locked my bedroom door. My mom did not notice much. She was working extra shifts, tired all the time, and I did not have the courage to add, "My life is breaking," to her list. So I did what I always did, I poured everything into my words. In English class, we were supposed to write a reflective essay and share it with a partner. Instead, I wrote 3 pages about betrayal and loneliness and feeling like the spare part in your own family. It was raw and ugly and honest. It was also not what the teacher wanted. "Miss Parker," he said at the end of class, holding my paper. "Stay a minute." Everyone else rushed out, already done with school in their heads. I stayed glued to my chair, heartbeat loud. "This is intense," he said, scanning the pages. "You know the assignment was about personal growth, right?" I shrugged. "Growing hurts." Something in his expression softened. "It does," he agreed. "But this kind of essay? It might be better in a journal than in a class assignment. I'm giving you a redo. You can turn in a new one tomorrow." I felt heat rise to my face. So I failed. "You wrote something real," he said. "I'm not going to punish you for that. Just shape it." Okay. I left the classroom angry, embarrassed, and close to tears. I was so focused on holding in everything that I slammed the door harder than I meant to. The vice principal walked by at that exact moment. "Miss Parker," she snapped. "We do not slam doors in this building. You have detention after school. Today." Perfect. Detention was in the old art room, the one that always smelled like paint and dust. I walked in ready to be miserable. Then I saw him. Noah. He was sitting by the window, headphones around his neck, sketchbook open. He looked up when I came in, surprise flickering across his face. I stopped breathing for a second. "Hey," he said, offering a small smile. "Door problems?" I sank into the desk across from him. "Authority problems," I muttered. He laughed. "Same." For half an hour, the room was quiet. I pretended to work on my makeup essay. He drew in his sketchbook. I kept sneaking glances at him, like I always did, trying not to get caught. I failed. He looked up and caught my eyes. Instead of looking away, he tilted his sketchbook toward me. "You like comics?" he asked. On the page was a drawing of a girl sitting in the dark, hugging her knees, while the world outside her window was bright and full of people. The girl looked tired. And familiar. "That's good," I said, my voice soft. "She looks how I feel most of the time." He studied me more closely. "Yeah. That's kind of the point." We talked a little after that. Nothing big. Favorite bands, worst teachers, why detention on a Tuesday was a crime. When detention ended, I grabbed my bag. Before I could leave, his voice stopped me. "Hey, Mia?" My name in his mouth made my stomach flip. "I've seen you around," he said. "You always look like you're about to run away from something." I tried to joke. "Maybe I am. If you ever need to, not run," he said, a little awkward. "I'm usually in the art room before school." I nodded, trying to act normal while my entire brain screamed. "Okay," I said. "Maybe I'll come by." I did not know then that this small invitation would change everything. Chapter 3, Secrets, Texts, and Late Mornings. I went to the art room the next morning. I told myself it was because the house felt too full of Alex and Lily and unspoken words. I told myself it was because the halls were quieter early, and I needed that. But the truth was simple. I hoped Noah would be there. He was. Music played softly from his phone. He was hunched over a different sketchbook this time, drawing a city skyline with a girl standing on the roof. "You came," he said, like he was a little surprised and a little pleased. I said I might, I replied, dropping my bag onto a table. For the next few mornings, it became our thing. We did not plan it. We just showed up. We talked about easy stuff first. Movies. Music. How he wanted to go to art school and how I secretly wrote stories but never showed them to anyone. You should, he told me once. Show someone, I mean. Words matter. I don't think mine do, I said. He shook his head. The way you talk. The way you see things. They matter. No one had ever said that to me before. At night, the silence at home pressed in from all sides. I avoided the living room if I could hear both Alex and Lily laughing. Their happiness felt like a knife I was not allowed to touch. One night, when the walls felt too close, I did something I had never done in my life. I messaged Noah. It started simple. Me, hey. Noah, hey. Can't sleep. Me, can't breathe. There was a long pause. I pictured him reading the words, wondering what to say. Noah, want to talk about it? Me, not really. Noah, then we don't talk about it. We just talk. So we did. We texted about pointless things, which cereal was criminally underrated, how many times we had considered switching schools, what superpower we would choose if we could. Slowly, the heavy feeling in my chest started to ease. Our texting became a habit. Some nights were light and sarcastic. Others, I typed out pieces of the truth, small and sharp. Me, my brother is dating my best friend. Noah, ouch. Me, they hid it from me. Noah, double ouch. Me, sometimes I feel like I'm screaming and nobody hears it. Noah, I hear it. Those 3 words hit me harder than I expected. I hear it. Noah did not try to fix me or tell me I was overreacting. He just listened. He asked questions. He sent pictures of his half-finished drawings and asked me what I thought should happen next in them. Somewhere between the early mornings in the art room and the late-night texts, I realized something terrifying and beautiful. I did not just have a crush on the idea of Noah anymore. I was falling for the real boy. Chapter 4, The Party and the Panic. When the fall dance came around, I planned to ignore it, the way I ignore most school events that involved crowds, small talk, and trying not to pass out. But life, as usual, did not care about my plans. Lily cornered me at my locker 2 days before the dance. I had not had a real conversation with her in weeks, but she still knew how to block my escape routes. Mia, please, she said, eyes shiny. I know you hate me right now, and you have every right to. But we're both going to the same school. We're going to keep running into each other. Can we at least talk? I gripped my books like they were a shield. What is there to say? You chose him over me. Tears filled her eyes. I didn't choose him over you. I fell. I didn't mean to. And I was scared you'd hate me if you knew. And now you do, so I guess I was right. The thing about being mad at your best friend is that it is hard to keep the anger steady when you can still see the person you used to trust inside their eyes. I don't know how to do this, I said. I don't either, she replied. But I want to try. Come to the dance. Just exist in the same room with me. That's all I'm asking. I almost said no. Then I thought of sitting home alone again while everyone else moved on with their lives. I thought of Noah, who had texted me the night before. Noah, are you going to the dance? Me, probably not. Noah, too many people? Me, too much everything. Noah, if you do go, I'll be there. So I said yes. The night of the dance, I stared at myself in the mirror for a long time. I was not used to dresses, poor makeup, or the idea of anyone looking at me on purpose. My mom knocked on my door and peeked in. Her eyes softened. You look beautiful, kiddo. I shrugged, uncomfortable. I look like I borrowed someone else's body. She smiled sadly. Sometimes that's what growing up feels like. The gym was loud, dark, and crowded, with flashing lights and the kind of music that made my bones vibrate. My heart started racing the second I walked in. I could feel my pulse in my fingertips. I told myself to breathe. One breath in. One breath out. Then I saw them. Alex and Lily, standing together by the punch table, his arm around her waist like it belonged there. The room narrowed. My vision blurred at the edges. I turned, desperately searching for something solid, and almost ran into Noah. Hey, he said, hands in his pockets, tie slightly crooked. He looked different and the same, soft but sharp in the dim light. You okay? He asked, studying my face. No, I said honestly. Not even a little. Come on, he murmured, gently touching my elbow. Let's get out of here. We slipped through the side door and stepped into the cool night air. The parking lot was mostly empty, the music from inside a dull thump behind us. I leaned against the wall, trying to slow my breathing. Panic attack? He asked quietly. I nodded. Count with me, he said. Name 5 things you can see. I squinted, focusing. The streetlight. Your shoes. That ugly bush. The moon. My terrible dress. He laughed softly. Your dress is fine. Okay, 4 things you can touch. We went down the list. 3 things I could hear. 2 things I could smell. 1 thing I could taste. By the time we got to the last one, my breathing had evened out. Better? He asked. A little, I said. How do you know all this? His expression turned serious. Been there. More than once. We stood in silence for a moment, the air between us charged and quiet. I'm sorry about your brother and Lily, he said finally. That sucks. I barked out a laugh. That's the gentle version. He shifted, stepping a little closer. You know, you're allowed to be mad. You're allowed to be hurt. But you're also allowed to want new things. Good things. Even while you're still broken. His words sank into me like warm water. You ever feel like you're too messed up for that? I asked. Too much baggage for anyone to want to carry? He held my gaze. All the time. But then I remember that carrying someone else's baggage is easier when they help you carry yours. I don't know how to let anyone help, I admitted. He smiled, small but real. Good news. I'm very patient. Something in my chest cracked open. The door behind us opened suddenly. Lily stepped out, her face pale. I've been looking everywhere for you, she said, staring at me. Then she noticed Noah, and confusion flickered across her features. I didn't know you two were friends, she said. Yeah, I said quickly. We are. There was a beat of silence. Can we talk? She asked me. Please? I looked at Noah. He nodded, stepping back. I'll be over there, he said softly. If you need me. As he walked away, I realized I wanted to be the kind of person who believed someone would wait for me. Maybe, with Noah, I could be. Chapter 5, Breaking, Then Healing. Lily and I sat on the curb under the streetlight, the dance music muffled behind us. "I miss you," she said first, voice shaking. "I know I don't get to say that. I know I hurt you. But I miss my best friend." "I miss you too," I said, surprising myself with the truth of it. For a while, neither of us spoke. "I didn't mean for this to happen," she whispered. "With Alex. We just kept talking. And he was there when I was having a hard time at home. And suddenly it was more. And I panicked, and I hid it, and I made everything worse. You should have told me," I said. "You were the one person I thought would never lie to me. And then you did." She nodded, tears spilling over. "I know. I hate myself for it." "I don't want you to hate yourself," I said, my voice cracking. I wanted you to choose me. For once. It was a selfish thing to say, but it was also true. She reached for my hand tentatively. "I did choose you. For years. Every time we sat on my roof and talked until 2 a.m., every time I covered for you when you couldn't handle crowds, every time I made sure you ate at lunch. I chose you. I just also chose him. And I don't know how to balance both." I swallowed hard. "I'm not ready to be okay with it," I admitted. "With you and Alex. It still hurts too much." "That's fair," she said. "Take your time. I'll wait." The word echoed in my head. Wait. Later that night, when I got home, Alex was sitting at the kitchen table, alone. He looked up, startled to see me in my dress and smeared makeup. "Hey," he said hoarsely. "Can we talk?" I almost kept walking. Instead, I sat down. He ran a hand through his hair. "I messed up," he said. "Not by liking Lily. I can't help that. But by not telling you. By treating your feelings like they were something you'd just get over." I stared at the table. "You always do that." "I know," he said. "I'm sorry. You're not a side character, Mia. You never were. I've just been too far up my own ass to notice how much space I was taking." I snorted despite myself. Very accurate description. He smiled weakly. "I don't expect you to forgive me right away. But I want to do better. I want to be your brother, not just some guy who lives down the hall." The anger inside me did not disappear. But it shifted. It made room for something else. Something that felt like the start of forgiveness. "We'll see," I said. "No promises." "That's more than I deserve," he replied. That night, lying in bed, I scrolled through my messages and opened my chat with Noah. "Me, you still awake?" "Noah, for you?" "Yeah." I stared at those words, my heart doing something strange and hopeful. "Me, I talked to them. Lily and Alex." "Noah, how do you feel?" "Me, like someone took my heart apart, looked at all the broken pieces, and said they're willing to help me put it back together." "Noah, that sounds like progress." "Me, it's scary." "Noah, so is every good thing." I hesitated, then typed. "Me, are you one of those good things?" There was a longer pause this time. "Noah, I want to be." My chest felt too small for my feelings. "Me, we should probably talk in person." "Noah, tomorrow morning. Art room." "Me, Okay. Sleep did not come easily, but when it did, it was gentler than it had been in weeks. Chapter 6, almost 17, already different. The next morning, the sky was still gray when I walked into the art room. Noah was there, of course. He was always there first, like the universe kept time around him. He looked up, nervous and hopeful at the same time. It was strange to think that someone like him, talented, kind, somehow both quiet and bright, could ever be unsure. "Hey," he said. "Hey," I echoed, closing the door behind me. Silence stretched between us, thick with everything we had not said yet. So, he began, scratching the back of his neck. "About last night. About you wanting to be a good thing," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. He took a slow breath. "Mia, I like talking to you. I like listening to you. I like that you don't laugh at my weird drawings, and that you text me at 2 a.m. about cereal and also about the darkest corners of your brain. I like that you're honest, even when it's messy." My heart hammered so loudly I was sure he could hear it. "I like you," he finished simply. "More than as a friend." The words I had wanted to hear from him for so long landed between us, too bright and too real. "I'm a mess," I said, because it was the only thing my brain could come up with. I cry at random times, I overthink everything, and I panic in gyms and grocery stores and sometimes in my own room for no reason. He took a step closer. "You're a person," he said. "A real one. I'm not asking you to be easy. I'm asking if I can be there while you figure yourself out. And maybe you can be there while I figure myself out too." I searched his face for any hint of pity. There was none. Just honesty. And something soft I had not seen directed at me in a long time. "I like you too," I said, my throat tight. "A lot. But I'm scared." "Me too," he admitted. "We can be scared together." He reached for my hand, slow and careful, like he was giving me time to pull away. I didn't. His fingers were warm around mine. It was a simple touch, but it felt like a promise. We stood there, holding hands in the empty art room, the morning light spilling through the windows, and for the first time in a long time, I did not feel like a side character. I felt like someone in the middle of their own story. Over the next weeks, nothing and everything changed. I still had bad days where getting out of bed felt like climbing a mountain. I still had moments where seeing Alex and Lily together made my stomach twist. I still got overwhelmed in crowded hallways and overthought every text I sent. But now, I had more than the pain. I had Noah, who would walk me to class and draw me into his comics as a quiet superhero who saved herself as often as anyone else. I had Lily, slowly finding her way back into my life, both of us learning that friendships could bend without always breaking. I had Alex, who knocked before entering my room and actually listened when I spoke. One afternoon, sitting under the bleachers with Noah while the track team practiced above us, I leaned my head on his shoulder. "Do you ever feel like we're just kids pretending to be people who know what they're doing?" I asked. He snorted. "Constantly. I don't know how to be an adult," I said. "I don't even know how to be 17. "You don't have to know," he replied. "You just have to keep going. One day at a time." Very wise for someone who forgot his own locker combination last week, I teased. He grinned. "Hey, emotional wisdom and basic memory are two different skill sets." I laughed, the sound surprising me with how free it felt. As the sun dipped lower, casting long shadows over the field, I realized something. I was still almost 17. I was still learning how to breathe, how to forgive, how to let people in without losing myself. But I was not alone anymore. And maybe that was enough. If you enjoyed this romantic tale, remember to subscribe to the channel, activate notifications so you don't miss any new stories, give a like to this video, leave a comment sharing your favorite moment, and share the video with someone who loves emotional love stories and coming-of-age romances.